The Wildcoast Sun Racing Masters has been going since 1994, when it was played at the Mmabatho Sun. The first ever winner was Russell Purchase, now a resident in Singapore. Chirping is an absolute prerequisite.
Christopher Goosen is the slowest player. I've seen the QE2 turn quicker.
Well, for those of you who don't know Rob Dalton, he is the man that allowed this to take place at the Wildcoast Sun. Gary Waterson with a rather agricultural swing. Mike de Kock, having plonked one in the water, decides there's only one solution. Let's drop in the drop zone. A good place to drop. Right onto the green with Sean Tarry in the background. And Kevin Shea, having duffed his 7-iron, decides to take a lesson from Mike de Kock. We'll see the shot in due course. Mr. Seville. And here it is. A professional swing, followed by the comment, I made you $1 millionaire, Shay. Larry Simons receives his club back from the caddy as Mike de Kock takes guard with no ball. Now it's Sean Tarry's turn. He provided Mike de Kock with the most opposition during the course of this term and hits an absolute cracker about 10 metres from the pin. Now it's the Masters' turn. But alas, this particular ball is going to end up in the sand. Larry Southwood, he's looking for the lead in this tournament, having finished second last year. Mike de Kock, a brilliant shot out the bunker, but a bit of a tester coming back. Larry Southwood finishing up just within striking distance for a good par. Out at sea, the waves are huge and not really noticeable to the eye until you really have a good look. Jimbo Goodman, he puts it in the hole. The waves keep on rolling and Larry has missed a vital putt. But this one goes in comfortably and the sea keeps on pounding. Raymond Danielson, a lovely swing. And Michael Shea, the most perfect shape of any shot hit all day. No more than 2 to 3 metres away from the pin. Delighted is Michael Shea. And then Jono, no, not so good this time. Matthew de Kock, not his best swing. He plays a for 5 handicap. And the Wild Coast keeps on rolling. And whilst Michael Shea and his 4-ball conclude the par 3 across the ravine, it's the turn of Robbie Hill to take guard. Fly ball, fly ball, fly ball. Is it going to be far enough? I think the body language tells the story. Graham Costa, a beast of a man, hits the ball with contemptuous ease. Wayne Scrooby battling with a little bit of orthopedic prosthetic insertion, nothing that a Voltaren or Cataflan can't help, and a very fine shot, not quite on the green. And Mark Gullen hits the near perfect shot, closest to the pin. Absolutely delighted. Robbie Hill, has he borrowed enough? Oh, perhaps too much. Oh, this one goes the other way. And the serenity of the fish eagle prevails above as Mark Gullen goes for his birdie. No good, son. No good, son. Graham Costa, solid as the Rock of Gibraltar. Or should I say Gray's Inn. Robbie Hill, oh, so stiff, lips out. Absolute disgust, but a cheerful smile, as always, from Robbie Hill. And now, the 18th hole. Across the river, Robbie Hill. Has he got enough legs to get across? Alas, no. It's a splish-splash. As Michael Shea, Raymond Danielson, Matthew de Kock and Jono bid farewell to the 18th hole. bit of shaky camera work, but the end result is good. Mark Gullen from the trees, not making much progress after a fantastic 16th. What have you got in there, Mama? She's got a bit of a sore stomach having to watch Graeme Costa not quite make the green. But for the third time, he manages to get almost onto the green and a long way back. Mark Gullen not shaping up too well. And Wayne's putt not quite finding the mark as well. The horses on their way back from the ride tells you what the Wild Coast is all about. Tranquility, beauty, and really a place where you can relax. Is this putt going to go in? Oh, stiff yet again. And that's the 18th hole for Wayne Scrooby and his team. A great time had by all. Mark Gullen, Graeme Costa. And who's the other guy? Well, it's Bugs Wilson after a phenomenal drive across the water. Billy Basson, Murin Sook. And then it's the inimitable Paul Lafferty's 4-ball, 5-ball, 6-ball, Holly in attendance, so too Trevor Ferree. Rickyson looking for trouble. And please believe me, the funniest man on the course. Derek Martin. Does he make it across the water? Only just. Clive, your poet, just hits it across the water, but he's taking enormous strain with the gout. Phill Georgiou, not the most orthodox swing you'll ever see. Makes it well across the water. And then, I'm here, Paul Lafferty. A massive drive, probably his best of the day. And Holly making sure that Paul stays on the straight and narrow. Phill Georgiou approaching the 18th green. Not quite. Laff now has to start up his club, a bit like a lawnmower or a tree fella. Fantastic shot, but just slightly short in the sand. He'll get out of that easily. Derek the King Martin, will he make it on for 3? Methinks not. Laff, a perler out of the sand, just a little bit past, running on nicely, and now in fast motion, the guys bid farewell to the 18th hole. Well done, guys. During the course of next week's program on Winning Ways, we'll show you the outcome of Day 2, the final day of the Wildcoast Racing Masters. And of course, in alphabetical order, some of the scores that were posted on day number 1. Some very, very high scores, 41 being the leading one. For tonight, we bid you farewell from the beautiful Wildcoast Resort and take a look at the players warming up for day number 2, which we'll see next week.